Hey, what's up, guys? This is Anarchy. Welcome back for another StarCraft 2 commentary. Today, we've got a game between Xenomorph, the red Protoss spawning on the bottom right of Backwater Gulch, and he'll be going against the blue Protoss, Ransomvik. He's spawning on the far left side, so they are spawning in close positions on Backwater Gulch. And this is a user-submitted replay, but I'm not going to tell you who submitted it, because if I tell you that, well, you can kind of figure out who's going to win the games. I realize that everyone who submitted a game so far has only submitted wins, so I won't tell you who submitted it. But meanwhile, we've got something interesting going on here. We've got our first pylon going down to Watchtower from Ransomvik. So that's an interesting setup. I'm not sure if he's going to hide some tech there or if he's going to just try to play mind games with Xenomorph. This is going to be interesting already. I was already told it gets a great replay, so it looks like it's going to live up to it. Xenomorph chrono boosting out some workers. Looks like he's about to drop his first gateway, and that is exactly what Ransomvik is doing. He's dropping his first gateway in proxy position at the Watchtower. I don't know if I would have dropped it at the Watchtower. You would think that would be one of the most obvious places to scout, and we're going to see right now that Xenomorph is scouting. So if he tags that Watchtower, which he does not, if he would have tagged that Watchtower, he would have saw exactly what was going on. Unfortunately for him, he's going to be spawned. It looks like scouting in the complete opposite direction. He's going to go to the top right, then the top left. So by the time he sees this coming, it may be too late. We've got a second gateway almost down. It looks like it could be some type of zealot push. And Xenomorph is still waiting for his first gateway to pop down. However, he is at least mining gas, which the blue Protoss is not. This looks like an extremely all-in-ish build. Here comes the scout. Is he going to tag or look at that Watchtower? No, he's not. But he is going to see a scouting probe, so, nope, probe turned around. So, neither player at this point knows where the other is, but because he saw that scout going to the top left, he's going to assume that he's obviously not there. One zealot is on the field. It looks like he's going to rally him up to the top right position, still not knowing exactly where his opponent is. As soon as he realizes he's not there, he's going to turn that zealot right around. Here we go. Another chance to spot these proxy gateways. Will he tag the Watchtower? No, he does not. But when he gets into the base, he's going to know that something extremely weird is happening. He's playing extremely standard, getting down a second gateway. He's got warp gate research on the way. However, here come the zealots. They are on their way to the base, and let's see Xenomorph's reaction when he sees the cyber core and nothing else. So this is a dead giveaway, guys. He knows that something weird is going on. He's got a stalker coming out to see. Here comes the scouting probe. The zealots are here, 3 zealots in total, which are going to annihilate that stalker unless he micros like a boss. Continuing to produce zealots, not doing anything at home. Here we go. The zealots are in the base. They all get a nice hit off on that stalker. The stalker is going to take extreme damage. He's got to do some intense micro. He focuses down the probe, which honestly the probe could have waited because there's no warp gate research. So even with a proxy pylon in the base, there's nothing you could do with it. Stalker's still dancing around with these zealots. If those zealots get close enough, though, the stalkers will drop fast. Xenomorph, despite all this weird play, still macroing, still getting more gateways down. He's playing the way you should play, but he's continuing to scout the map and just cannot find where this tech is. Unfortunate for him, the zealot is getting attacked by the probes. However, one zealot will still take out a reasonable amount of probes. This zealot is doing the same. So it looks like Xenomorph's economy is about to get destroyed. He drops another gateway, macroing like crazy. Warp gate research is almost done. He might be able to pull this off if warp gate can finish, just because of the rush distance between these gateways. We finally have gas down for our blue Protoss player, and he's going to get a photon cannon in that's a good position, actually. Get some pot shots off if Xenomorph decides to push. Meanwhile, it looks like his poor zealot got trapped in here by this gateway, and he is continuing to just annihilate the probe line. We got some probes that just refuse to work with this harassment going on. They're just chilling. One zealot goes down, or the stalker goes down rather, and these zealots are going to be able to tag this nexus without interference. But here comes some zealots getting warped in now that warp gate research is done. One zealot goes down, and with the right micro, he can easily take down this other zealot. But unfortunately for him, here comes a stalker and a zealot. He still has not found the tech. He's scouting like a banshee. He just cannot find it. while more units get rallied in. However, he does have some stalkers out, which will be able to defend against that zealot. He wants to try and stay out of range of the blue stalker. Warping in here, another zealot, and he looks like he held off this push. It's pretty amazing. You can see by his vision, though, he still does not see where that tech is. So, without that information, he's going to be in bad shape. Here he comes. Will he tag that watchtower? He's probably going to see it now. No. Yes, he does. Okay. So he finally knows exactly where everything is. So he's going to force in here and probably start picking off these tech structures slowly but surely. Our blue Protoss just has no production at all. He's not even saturating his main. Meanwhile, Xenomorph is growing up the best as he can, but he took a ridiculous amount of damage. And he is down to one stalker. And here we got some talk here. You're lucky I scouted you last. And Ransomvik basically confirming, yep, I am lucky, because if he would have tagged that watchtower early, he could have easily defended or just pushed straight into the blue player's main and just annihilated him. But he's got to do something about these proxy gateways, because if they continue to force out units, it's going to be tough for him to recover. He hasn't been able to mine off his second gas simply because he just lost all his probes. And he is producing. Ransomvik's actually getting another gateway down. He's getting 2 stalkers again on the way. He's got a reasonable little army here. While our red Protoss really has nothing. He's got a stalker and a sentry. So he's just focusing on macroing up. He drops a Twilight Council. Interesting play, since he knows that there's no tech at all over in Ransomvik's base. We might see some Dark Templar, maybe even some High Templar, because there's definitely no doubt there's not going to be mobile detection at this time. So we'll see how he plays it out. The Twilight Council is about halfway done, continuing to chrono boost out workers, get that economy back, which is exactly what our blue Protoss player is not doing. He needs to drop and spend that chrono boost on these workers and really get his economy back in shape, but he continues to use it on these gateways and is really not producing much. I mean, he's got a handful. He's got 4 stalkers, 4 zealots. While our Protoss player, his council is done. His red Protoss player's council is done. What's he going to do? Dark Shrine, baby. Perfect play. Okay, so that's exactly what I would have done in this situation, because you know that there's no way this blue player has mobile detection. Sure, he has a photon cannon. I'm not sure that... Well, yeah, he would have known that that was coming eventually, because he did see... No, he didn't. He did not see the forge. So he really doesn't know anything at this point, but he does know just from simply the amount of zealots that were forced into his base and the amount of units lost that there's highly unlikely a robo facility and mobile detection on the map. So he's dropping another pylon. He's getting a forge down. The Dark Shrine is halfway done. And I have a feeling when this Dark Shrine is finished that it's going to be a quick game. I really think Xenomorph may hold this off, which would be like the comeback of the century, to be honest with you, because it looked pretty grim in the beginning. The blue Protoss player Ransomvik has finally decided to expand and build up his economy again. He's got decent saturation finally, so he at least went back into macro mode. He did have a backup plan if his all-in failed, which it did. Supply is 45 over 36, so they're relatively close in supply. But the Dark Shrine is done, and here we go. 2 Dark Templar warping in, and we'll see. My guess is he's going to immediately target these gateways. But he could split the Dark Templar and send one into the main. It's difficult to tell. I would personally go straight for those unit-producing facilities just to get those down, because he only has one other gateway. Here we go with the DTs. He splits them. Does the blue see it? No, he does not. So we have 1 Dark Templar is going to work on that pylon to stop reinforcements. And the other Dark Templar is going into the main, but there's a photon cannon right here. It's going to spot him immediately. Shouldn't kill him, though, but he will take a couple pot shots. It's all shield damage. Doesn't take any real damage. Another cannon getting dropped, but the Dark Templar are immediately there to take that out. This DT completely unpowers these gateways and should be able to take those out with no problems. Another DT gets killed because of this detection here. But our 1 hero Dark Templar with 4 kills still inside the main. He's not going to be able to do anything now. And I'm sure there'll be a robo coming extremely soon to get some mobile detection out now that he knows exactly what's going on. But without these 2 gateways, he's not going to be able to produce much more. He's dropping 2 more gateways, but his economy, he's only at 140 minerals. What he needs is a robo and some observers on this map, because those Dark Templar are going to do a ton of damage. Xenomorph boldly taking the gold base, which, you know what? If you have the economy to do it at this point, do it. You know there's no mobile detection, so those Dark Templar are pretty easily going to tear apart. But, however, there is now a robo coming down, and Xenomorph does not see it, so he doesn't know exactly. Yes, he sees it now. Okay. So he's going to know that mobile detection is on the way, and these Dark Templars are pretty much worthless at this point. So I wouldn't be surprised if he makes them into Archons, or just stops producing them altogether and switches over to maybe Immortals, or I guess he could go High Templar tech, but at this point, it's not going to be very effective because he sees the size of this army. Ransomvik continuing to macro. Xenomorph is about to transfer his probes down to this gold base, and once that happens, his economy is going to explode. He's got a very, very small army, but enough minerals to warp in more. Here we go, and here we go with the probe transfer, and isn't that cute? They're getting escorted. So he's going to escort his probes to the gold base, which, hey, it works. Smart move. The gold base is now finished. Do we have a response coming out from our blue Protoss? We've got that observer that he desperately needs. Got another photon cannon coming down. And he's still continuing to probe up. But now that the economy over at this gold base is fully saturated with these photon cannons well placed, he wants to place one more. Perfect. Okay, so he blocked that pylon from at least the zealot damage. We've got this zealot coming up to take the watchtower, but that Dark Templar there, who's already killed 4 plus all those tech structures, is going to deny it. This Dark Templar goes down with that mobile detection, so even if Xenomorph didn't see that robo, which he probably did, he surely knows there's mobile detection on the map now. So if I were him, I would morph these into Archons, or maybe even try to snipe the main after this army pushes out. We'll see what he does here, but the photon cannons are placed so properly that this army is going to take a lot of damage when it approaches that gold base. And here we go with first engagement. Those photon cannons doing so much damage. Zealots dropping like flies. And he pulls out. It looks like he's going to try and go in the destructible rock side. But here we go again with another push. Nice force fields, but he messes up on the one, which doesn't trap much. Those force fields could have been perfect. If he would have dropped this one here, our red Protoss would have been in bad shape. And here we go, morphing those Dark Templar into Archons, which is exactly what you want to do in this situation. He's got that high ground vision, so he's going to pull back and go back into the photon cannon line, which is not smart at all. If he loses that observer, those Dark Templar become viable again, and he focuses down the perfect play. So now he could bring in those Dark Templar, which will be able to be effective again, and that's exactly what he's doing. Dark Templar hitting everything. The Archon getting in here with splash damage. He's got 5 already. 5 kills down. We get a law from Ransomvik. Not sure what that means. What? And he rage quits the game. Interesting. So, excellent comeback by Xenomorph. That was one of the best comebacks I think I've seen in a platinum level game, platinum diamond game. So excellent, guys. Look, if you like the casts, or you like StarCraft and you like to watch it on the go, whatever the case is, do me a favor and click subscribe on my YouTube channel. You have no idea how important that is. It's the only way that I'll gain popularity, and it's the only way that I'll be able to spread the community out there. So please click subscribe, click thumbs up on the video if you liked it. If you didn't like it, do me a favor, don't thumbs down it. Just email me and tell me what I can do better, and I will fix it for you. All right? So this is Anarchy, and it's been great, guys. I got another game I'm about to cast, so I'll see you soon. Bye.